Metal doesn't just flirt with death, it bathes in it. Every decade of its history reads like a coroner's ledger. If hip hop dies by the gun, metal dies by chaos, crashes, overdoses, suicides, and sometimes outright murder. And unlike hip hop, which I'll admit is just my guilty pleasure, metal is more than that for me. I bleed Avantasia. I cry Black Sabbath. This is my lifeblood, my heartbeat, my faith in sound, and that makes every coffin sting even deeper. Exhibit A, the 70s and 80s. Bon Scott of AC/DC. He was 33. 1980, he choked on his own vomit after a night of binge drinking. Cliff Burton, Metallica. He was 24. In 1986, crushed under a flipped bus in Sweden. Metallica lost its soul overnight. Randy Rhoads, Ozzy Osbourne's guitarist. He was 25. 1982, killed in a reckless plane stunt gone wrong, a Mozart of shred who never saw his prime. Exhibit B, the 90s. Dead from Mayhem. He was 22. 1991, slit wrist, slit throat, shotgun blast. His bandmate Euronymous staged photos of the body, and fragments of dead skull became morbid keepsakes. Some in their circle even claimed to cook and eat parts of his brain. That's not myth, that's black metal's reality. Euronymous, Mayhem, 25. 1993, stabbed 23 times by his own bandmate, Vard Vikernes. Murder turned into black metal mythology, marketed as legend. Kurt Cobain, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Kurt Cobain, even though he's not technically metal. 27. 1994, shotgun suicide, the reluctant messiah of grunge, leaving only silence. Dimebag Darrell, Pantera and Damage Plan, 38, 2004, murdered on stage mid-song, executed in front of his fans, a Guitar Gods encore replaced with gunfire. Exhibit C, the 2000s, Chuck Schundler, death, 34, 2001, brain cancer, claimed the father of death metal. Paul Bailoff, Exodus, 41, 2002, a stroke ended thrash's wildest frontman. Corthum, Bathory, 38, 2004, heart failure, Viking metal's god falling early. Piggy, Voivod, 45, 2005, cancer erased one of prog metal's brightest innovators. Exhibit D, the 2010s and 2020s. Ronnie James Dio, Rainbow, Sabbath, Heaven and Hell, 67, 2010, stomach cancer took one of the greatest voices to ever walk a stage. Jeff Hanneman, Slayer, 49, 2013, alcohol-related sclerosis killed one of the thrash's fiercest riff masters. Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington, 52 and 41 respectively, 2017, hung themselves. Chris first, and then Chester on Chris's birthday in a cool echo. Joey Jordison, Slipknot, 46, 2021, mysterious illness cut short one of metal's most explosive drummers. And here's the numbers. Rock and pop stars often age out. Metal stars don't. Average death age, 30s and 40s. Youth stolen. Causes, car wrecks, overdoses, suicides, cancer, onstage murders, and in Mayhem's case, cannibalism and ritualized death. The verdict is no safer than hip-hop. Hip-hop gets gunned down in the streets. Metal dies screaming in the dark. Cliff under a bus. Randy in a fireball. Dead with a shotgun. His corpse desecrated by his own band. Euronymous, 23 with 23 stab wounds. Dimebag, murdered mid-solo. These aren't just tragedies. They're the DNA of the genre. And the industry, it profits. Dead's corpse photo became an album cover. Nirvana's Grief became box sets. Dio's death turned into merchandising. Dimebag's murder was woven into Pantera's mythos, just like hip-hop death sells. But there's a difference. Hip-hop is a guilty pleasure for me. Metal isn't guilty. Metal is sacred to me. I bleed Avantasia. I cry Black Sabbath. Every riff is carved into my bones. Every scream is catharsis I can't live without. And that's why every overdose, every accident, every suicide, every murder, every single coffin cuts deeper, because this isn't just music to me, it's lifeblood. So yes, metal is a graveyard, but it's also resurrection. Every time I press play, I carry Cliff, Randy, Dead, Dime, Dio, Chester, Cornell, all of them. Their silence weighs heavy, but their music roars on, and that's why even in death, metal never dies.